Emotions were on display in the Maryland State House as parents urged lawmakers to do more to stop the spread of heroin. Anne Arundel County has already declared a public health emergency after a surge in heroin-related deaths. Diane Cho tells us more about new legislation aimed at drug dealers.
Tony Torch lost her son when he was 24 to a heroin overdose.
It was hard. It was so terrible at times. There were times where I just thought, I can't go on another day.
She says it started when he took a prescription painkiller for an injury when he was in high school, then turned into a battle that went on for about 7 years before it killed him.
When that was going on, I thought I was living through my worst days. And it wasn't really until after my son died that now I know what my worst days were.
Today, a Maryland House panel held a hearing to consider a bill that would create a new criminal offense for distribution of heroin or fentanyl if it contributes to the death of another person, making it a homicide that would carry a sentence of up to 30 years behind bars. But Torch says she didn't come here to testify in support of the proposed law. Instead, she's in favor of more immediate treatment.
I really don't see that we can arrest our way out of this problem. I don't see it at all.
According to state statistics, the number of heroin-related deaths went from 247 deaths in 2011 to 464 in 2013.
What we're attempting to do here is to give an additional tool to local prosecutors on a state level, which would mirror what federal prosecutors have as a tool.
But the bottom line is that we all have to get involved.
During the hearing, Delegate Curtis Anderson apologized for getting emotional after sharing his sister died from a cocaine addiction and says he doesn't think he could vote in favor of a bill like this when the answer is treatment.
We keep adding on more time, more sentences, when we really should look at the addiction problem itself.
Delegate Kathleen DeMay, who sponsored the bill, agreed that more treatment is needed, but says it's intended to go after those who are profiting from it, not those who are selling to feed their own addictions. Now, there's a provision in the bill that would also provide immunity to those who are trying to get someone help after experiencing an emergency. In Annapolis, Diane Cho, News Channel 8.
Virginia already has stricter laws in place when it comes to drug penalties. In November, a D.C. man convicted of selling drugs to a McLean High School student who died of a heroin overdose was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Antoine Thorne sold the drug to 16-year-old Emily Lonchak and 3 others. Police say after Lonchak used the heroin, she passed out and later died.